What up, what up? Welcome back to the Shaun and Marvin Show. And in case you didn't know, I'm Marvin. And tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. But before we get into the video, I need you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe, and last but certainly not least, hit the bell. So, I know you're wondering, like, well, where's Shaun? Like, why this is the Shaun and Marvin Show? Like, well, tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a video, my therapy session, and then he's going to make a video with his therapy session. And basically, we're just going to be talking about different things that, you know, that affect us and things that, you know, he might not go through that I go through, or vice versa. And I have a strong feeling that we're not alone. Even though we might feel like we are, we're not alone with it. So I thought it would be fun to do these, what we call therapy sessions. So every so often, you know, Shaun and I will do these therapy sessions just to vent and talk to people. And if you feel the same way, agree, disagree, whatever the case may be, I need you guys to comment below. All right? So my therapy session will be about, I guess, abandonment and competition, I guess you could say, because they kind of go hand in hand for me. So we'll get right into it. So the topic of abandonment, I have this big fear, I guess you could say, of losing people. And not saying this right or wrong, but I feel like I contribute to that at times. So, you know, if I feel like a certain way, or if I feel, okay, I'll get my words together, y'all. Basically, if I feel like there's competition with friends, significant others, then I feel like I'm about to lose the person. Because, you know, like somebody new's coming around, whatever the case may be. So I feel like if I don't feel secure in my place in the person's life, then it's all bad. Like, and I know that that's not the right thing to do, or maybe the smart thing to do, but I become very discombobulated, and it's almost like a test, you know what I mean? Like, I have to beat that person to the punch. Like, if I feel threatened in my spot in someone's life, and I don't do it to every friend or whatever, it's only when I feel a certain way, or feel like I'm, you know, not the person I was in that person's life anymore. So then I start getting mad all the time, start, you know, getting real emotional and not really explaining myself, because I can't really explain it, because it's just a feeling. Like, if someone makes me feel like I'm not, you know, important, or, you know, start acting different towards me or at my brain, then I get emotional, and I feel like I'm losing that person. And I think it, for me, stems back to, I guess, childhood. I was the only child, first off, for a long time. So I guess you can say, like, my friends or whatever meant the most to me, because other than that, I was home by myself, you know, like, you know. So when I would create friendships, I put a lot of value into it, because, you know, these are my friends, blah, blah, blah. So, and then growing up as a child, like, you know, I moved. So then, so you know, as a kid, when you move sometime, you lose those friendships. Or as people get older, those friendships dissolve, because everybody kind of goes into different directions. So at an early age, I've, you know, felt abandonment in that realm. And I won't get into what other things that had me give me this feeling, but those are some of the things that happened as a kid. And then I took those things to heart. And as I start growing, getting older, stuff like that, then, it just became more intensified. So, I'm not saying that it's right, but when I feel like we all go through a certain type of loss, we all change friends, you know what I mean? But for me, that is a little bit different. And even in my relationships, like early on, I can say for me growing up and going through adolescence, I never had like I would say a good dating experience. So I always felt like, I wasn't good enough. And that transpired into my other relationship where I feel like, yes, we both played a part, but because of my issues from childhood and adolescent years, that factored over into an adult relationship. And probably saw things that weren't even there or felt type of way that I shouldn't have felt. And it, doesn't help to do that because you in turn push people away. And I've done that a couple times with relationships and friends, and then I feel like they don't understand it. So then, so I push people away, and then after I've pushed people away, then I'm like, oh, maybe I went too far. But I did do certain things just to kind of have the person prove that I mean something to them. Because if I feel like I don't, then that makes me nervous, and I feel like I have to beat them to the punch. So I do different things to get a reaction, I guess you could say. And not saying that that's right and that's wrong, because I definitely have learned from doing that. But I'm just very competitive, and I feel like if I feel threatened, like I get we make new friends and all that stuff like that. But if I feel like my place is being compromised, I guess I would say, then yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. It's something that I need to work on. It's something that I need to, I have been working on, so that I'm ready for new friendships, new relationships, things like that. But I also need to learn how to take people for face value. Like when people open up to me or tell me, I care about you, you're like, we're cool. I have a hard time believing people because I feel like they're gonna leave or start acting funny or distance themselves, because that's what I've experienced in the past. I've heard all of that stuff before, and then then I'm like, ooh. So like when people tell me that they love me or I got your back, I have a hard time believing it, and I need to stop that. But it's just nowadays I just feel like if I don't put those emotions in, or have that expectation that they do, then when it happens, I won't be surprised, or my feelings won't be as hurt. You know what I mean? Because I'm always second guessing myself, always second guessing other people and their intentions, and I just gotta learn how to, live for myself and trust that whomever is in my life is meant to be in my life, and take them for what it is and what they are, who they are, and not feel like I have to compete or feel like I have to you know, do certain stuff or act crazy, as everybody would say. Like, you know, I just need to trust, and I have a hard time trusting, and because I don't want to feel that place of like losing someone. You know what I mean? Because when I tell you I love my friends, I love my friends. Like, it's not, if I can't do something, like, it might not seem that big of a deal to them if I can't, but like, I'm stressed out over the fact that I couldn't do this or something that they asked of me. And so, and the same thing in relationships. Like, the person I'm with, like, I will do whatever I need to do to make them happy, or try to. And yeah, so it's just a lot. And like, I'm working on not thinking everybody's gonna leave me the first time a disagreement, argument happens. You know what I mean? And I'm a Cancer, so I try not, and I think that plays a part as well. I can be very emotional at times. I'm trying not to be as emotional and trying to, I guess, talk through my feelings, but we're all human and we all, you know, go there sometime. But how about you guys? Like, do any of you have that feeling like, you know, it's always a competition, and if, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that in order to claim your place in someone's life? And I guess the word I'm looking for is, I can't pronounce it. Validation. Yeah, you know, I'm confident, but I still feel like I need that validation, and I don't think that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, we have to know who we are and stand in it, and if anybody don't like it, then forget them. You know what I mean? So I have to learn that I don't need anybody's validation. I just need my own validation, and everything else will work itself out. And if they're meant to be in my life, they will be. So it actually felt good to get it out just now, because a lot of things go through my head at times. So yeah. So comment below if you ever feel like, you know, you have to compete. If you know what I mean, if you have these same feelings, because I know I can't be the only one out there. Come on. So, until next time, we will see you later. Again, I'm Marvin, and you can follow me on my social media at Marvy_Marv_. And until next time, peace out.